Hey y'all, what it is, what it do, what's good, what's great. It's your girl V and I'm back with another video. Hey y'all, so if you have already been a part of this channel, welcome back. And if you are new to the channel, make sure you hit that subscribe button and that like. You already know the drill. So that you can be notified whenever I upload another video. So today, you guys, I am doing a little bit of banchan. That's what I'm having for lunch today. And I'm just going to show y'all the bag real quick, because I don't know if everybody is familiar with banchan. But I usually, when I do get a chance, have wings from them. And the wings are the bomb. And they're particularly on the crispy side. So I really love it. That, like, I think it's like Korean fried chicken, basically. And it's so good. And I got a little ranch. Let me show y'all. And I got some fries. And on the weekend is usually when I will do my fried food now these days, or anything beef or whatever like that. So I'm having my fries. I got a little ranch to put it in. So let's get into this video. The reason for this video, okay? And I'm gonna let everybody know everything I'm saying is, I do not want anyone to take it out of context. I'm gonna say that off the break. Do not take it out of context or whatever. But what I'm talking about in this video is just the fact that we are all different. We don't all handle things the exact same way. Even if the next bystander or person feels like we should, we don't. Okay? Okay? And as a person who I'm not gonna act like my stuff don't stink, who has made mistakes in the past, I can actually say, you know, that we all don't handle things differently. Just because you feel like I should feel a certain way does not mean that's what I'm going to feel, if that's making any sense, okay? And the example I'm going to use, I'm going back to the whole situation with Chris Rock and Will Smith. Which, by the way, I'm a fan of both, a big fan. Been a fan, especially of Will Smith.
Oh, wow. Will Smith just smacked the shit out of me.
But this is the thing. The internet is blowing up with comments, opinions, and that's what we do. We have comments, we have opinions, we have all that. But we have put people on this pedestal that almost makes them, like, we almost put them on this pedestal that's like they're exempt from any mistakes or doing things that are out of character or out of the character that we feel like they should have or been having for however long. Or when they seem like they're just not being professional. But the bottom line is, you might feel some type of way much stronger than I feel about a particular situation or subject. And it is not my job to say that your feelings are not validated, because that's what you actually feel at that moment. That's what you feel. Now, granted, there's a consequence to all of our actions. What we do with those emotions, what we do with those feelings does happen to count. But it doesn't make us any less human or deserving of forgiveness or any of the above. So at the end of the day, this man went and put his hands on another man on national television. And there's a lot of people who feel like he was justified, who feel like, oh, he was defending his wife, he's defending his family, he's had enough. I've even seen something that said, oh, there was a previous beef. And to be honest, I feel like when situations arise people will come out with all kinds of stuff, whether it's factual or not. They will just pull receipts out of the sky. We don't know if it was a triggering, like it was the final straw, and that man just flicked the hell off because he couldn't take no more of Chris Rock. There's also something saying that Chris Rock didn't even write his jokes. And if that's true, then damn, that's like a setup, ain't it? Because I got these jokes, I didn't even write them, and I just got slapped in my face. You feel me? Let me tell you something. There's a lot of people who have taken their own life, or people who have lost their life at the hands of someone else because emotions, feelings, things get heated in that moment. And that person may be really feeling those things that intensely. And then we sit back and we look at them and go, oh, that was stupid. That was a ridiculous reason. That was stupid. What was you thinking? It wasn't even that serious. But it could have been that serious to that person. They could have been genuinely feeling that strongly. Just like there's people who are suicidal, who have already taken their lives. Because, whatever they're feeling is that strongly, whether it's heartbreak, whatever the reason. They've reached their final breaking point, or whatever the case may be, and enough is enough for them. But somebody else is on the sideline going, it ain't that bad. Just, it'll get better in time. It's not that serious. I done had to deal with this, that, and the third. I done dealt with this, and I done dealt with that. You should be able to suck this up and handle this. That's not the case for everybody. That's not the case for everybody. And I don't say all of this to say that I condone violence or I condone anybody hurting another person for any reason whatsoever. Because like I said, what matters is our actions behind those emotions and feelings. I can't say that whatever you're feeling is not valid or that it's less significant to a situation of mine, and your situation or how you feel shouldn't be that serious. And I hope this is coming across, if I'm making any kind of sense, for real. There's a consequence for your actions. There's a lot of people who feel like there should not be a consequence for will. Are you honestly saying that? If your child, and I'm just going to use this as an example, if your child went to school and the bully called him a name, and your child went and pushed that kid, right? Or did whatever, something, do you think the school is not going to reprimand him? They might even suspend the other kid for, antagonizing. But I see a lot, or, if that's the word I'm trying to use, but basically picking. But there's still a consequence. Chris Rock may not have even known about Jada's condition. And I've even seen comments too. So before you come at me, I've seen the comments that said, oh, well, how did he not know that? She promoted it all over social media. She spoke about her condition. I don't condone nobody making fun of nobody's condition. By no means necessary. But everybody ain't keeping up with the Kardashians. Okay? And I say that to say this. I didn't even know that Jada, as beautiful as that woman, I did not know. I thought it was a fashion choice. I legit thought she chose to cut her hair like that. So not everybody is keeping up with everything that's posted or all of that. Well, they hella keeping up with it right now. To the point where a lot of us ain't even paying attention to nothing else. I'm just keeping it a stack. But don't make somebody else feel like whatever they're feeling like, whatever they're hurt about, whatever is going on, that it's not real. I just have icy. That it's not real. It's very much real to that person. It's very much real to that person. There's been situations where people have fallen in love like super fast, and we be like, Seriously. It may even be a little bit of infatuation or something like that. But you can't tell that person that sometimes. You can't be like, well, what you feeling is it's not real. That anger you're going through is not real. Those emotions are not real. You can't say that. You're not that person. You don't feel whatever it is they feeling. And just like Chris Rock's brother, there have been people, when he said what he said at his show, there have been people that actually said he need to stay out of it, let his brother and Will handle it, and mind his business. His brother is his business. He is his brother's keeper. He's going to feel some type of way that his brother got slapped on national television. Whether you feel like it was valid reasoning or not.
You gonna hit my motherfucking brother? Cause your bitch gave you a side eye?
That's his family. Just like Will felt very strongly that he was protecting his wife. Okay? And during that situation, remember, he kind of looked over at Jada. Jada gave him that side eye. Like, nigga, is you crazy? Yes, I said that. Because you know some of us do that. Nigga, is you crazy? I know you not sitting here laughing at that mess. Ha ha hell. And so he felt like he needed to get up and do something. This man has already been through a lot. And a lot of y'all even feel like it's Jada's fault. But let me tell you something. That's another thing. You don't know. You don't know. I don't care how many pictures somebody posts. I don't care what kind of platform they got. Every relationship, at some point or another, has had some kind of fall. You might feel like some relationship, maybe they fall wasn't that serious. But I'm telling you, you don't always know what's going on behind the scenes. You don't know what type of tit for tat. You don't know what's going on. You just don't know. But for whatever reason, that couple chose to stay together, and their love obviously is strong enough to surpass whatever's been going on. Rather you feel like it's toxic or not. That's their emotions. That's their feelings. That's their life. That's their business. But that all goes back to the pedestal thing too. We put them on this pedestal as this beautiful black love, this couple. They could do no wrong. They were just the picture perfect, and they still are beautiful. Still a beautiful black couple. Okay? Okay? But that does not mean that there's no problems. That does not mean nobody goes through nothing. This man probably been getting jabs from all over the place. And this particular situation was probably the tipping point. We have no idea. And Chris Rock is a man. His pride probably got hurt. He's a grown man who just got slapped on national television and then had to pull himself up together and then chose to carry through it to finish that show. Okay? But I'm pretty sure he felt some type of way. And there are a lot of people who are like, he shouldn't feel that way either. So I may sound like I'm all over the place a little bit, but the bottom line is everybody in this situation felt some type of way for whatever reason. And nobody has the right to tell anybody out of the situation that their feelings weren't validated or wholeheartedly felt. Or that it's not that serious, it's not that deep. But there are consequences. You may not feel like there isn't, but there are consequences to our actions. Some people feel like Chris Rock got his consequences. I'm gonna tell you like this. The law says you don't get to get up and put your hands on people. I know for a fact. And you could judge me. You could judge me like y'all judging him. You could judge me. You could judge me like y'all even judging Chris Rock's brother for feeling like he needed to have his brother's back. Let me tell you something too. That's another thing. These comedians have been getting hired for years to go and host these shows, these award ceremonies. This chicken is so good. Look how big it is. To host these ceremonies for years. Kevin Hart, all of them, even down to Monique. And it's for a reason. Rather the producers write their jokes, rather they write the jokes, it's for a reason. I seen one where Kevin Hart was clowning everybody for their fashion choice. Nobody got up and punched him in the face, slapped him in the face. And let's just say Chris Rock did know. Let's just say he did know. Y'all, let's just say he knew. And he made a bad taste, a bad choice in making that joke. Because you don't make fun of nobody's health conditions and circumstances. We shouldn't be. Morally, whatever the case may be, it ain't right. You shouldn't. So let's just say he did that. Let's just say he knew. I'm just saying, hypothetically, let's say he knew. And he's been nitpicking for a while and he finally had it coming. Do y'all think there's still not a consequence for whoever gives it to him? Ask yourself that question. Like I said earlier, he could have had it coming to him. And that could have been his consequence. I don't know. But there is a consequence for Will's actions. Unfortunately, we all love him. A lot of us, I know that. We're all big fans. All big fans. Do I personally wish everybody would move on from it? I do. Because it sucks to see these black men being dragged right now. It does. Would I love it if they had came to each other and did the man-to-man thing? Yeah, that would have been good. But the downside of this is stuff like this happens and these people are in the public eye. So everybody know your business. Everybody gets to make a decision. The judge and the jury is out. Everybody have an opinion. And they chose that lifestyle. They probably enjoy entertainment and we enjoy being entertained. No, they loving them paychecks. But they're still very much human. Very much human. And nobody has the right to tell another human being how to feel in a situation they could feel that strongly, that intensely about. It's just like I said, unfortunately, there's a consequence when we take those emotions or those feelings and decide to carry them out violently or in some malicious way. But let me ask y'all, what do you feel like is the ultimate no for you? Like, and when I say that, I mean, what is your too far? How would you have handled it? Would you have ran up there and physically put him in his place? Would you have waited and went behind the scenes and confronted him man to man? What would you have done? I want y'all to let me know in the comments. And the only reason I don't have a side is because of the fact that, and I mean, if you look at these comments, whoo, baby, if you look at these comments, first of all, hold on. I seen a picture today that was posted on Facebook. Let me see if I can pull that picture up for y'all. That's Jada. Y'all see my ring light, my bad. That's Jada with Eazy-E. And it said this was her ex. I didn't fact check that, so I don't know if somebody just posted it and said that was her ex, or if it, you know, if it isn't, whatever, she's hanging out, I don't know. But the bottom line is they called it her ex, and they was like, hold on, that's what I meant to say. I meant to tell you what the comments, well, one of the comments, or whatever, maybe we'll do a couple of them. So somebody in the comments was like, she loves a thug. Jada loves a thug, and Will ain't no thug, right? How you feel about it? Do you think that's what it is? Do you think that's what it is? But my question is, not just do you think that's what it is, but my question is, because I'm throwing a bunch of questions out there. My question is, what the hell does that have to do with anything? Are we saying that because Will is not like that and everybody else she dated is like that, that he pretty much had to, like, you know, he had to put his cojones had to drop, like he had to get up there and show his stuff too? Because when he looked over, she gave him that look. Honey, she said, she looked at him like, what? I know this didn't just laugh. And did you feel like that's what he did? Like he just had to get up there and show his manhood or whatever the case may be? That stemmed from something. And I don't know if it stemmed from the fact that because she dated thugs. So I say that to say this. Y'all pulling out all these pictures of everybody she used to date to say what? To say, oh, well, he's not a thug and he acted like a thug? And that's what she wanted? I'm not so sure about that. I'm not so sure about that. I do, however, believe it's possible that Will just had enough of whatever. Something tipped him. Or maybe it was the fact that he looked over at his wife and she genuinely looked hurt because of her situation. And he didn't like it. As it was even noted in one of the comments that in Will's book, which I have not read, in Will's book, he says that he has a tendency to laugh in his pain or his hurt. But that was a very, like, he was very into that laugh. It wasn't like, hi. And then he went about it. He actually laughed, you know what I mean? And then he looked and she was like, and then it was over from there. But whatever the reasoning, that's how that man felt at that time. That's how she felt at that time. I'm pretty sure Chris is definitely feeling some type of way. And are you taking sides? Are you taking sides? Are you one of the people who feel like nobody's feelings is validated and this, that, and the third? The whole point that I wanted to get at was, I just don't feel like we should be making anybody's situation or circumstances irrelevant, or making them feel like whatever they're feeling like is not validated. It's what you do with that stuff. And like I said, you've got people who've lost their lives. People have committed suicide. That because they felt something so strongly, they were going through something so, felt so deep, that sometimes even their own family members don't even know it. And then some people, that all goes back to some people acting those things out. And then we be on the sidelines like, it wasn't that serious. You didn't have to do that. That was just... So there's no judgment here. But, and there's a but. There's a but. There's a consequence for our actions. We don't like it, but it is. It really is. It is a consequence for our actions. If I get up right now because Shorty talked that smack, and I don't like her, and I'm grown, because everybody say that too. We grown. You acting like a child. We grown. Save that for the schoolyard. But if I get up and shorty talking smack and I go piece her up, who's catching the charge? Me. If you don't know. And I feel like we all guilty and have, fell short or of losing our temper for whatever reason. Rather, we felt like our feelings, was for somebody else, or we was defending someone or whatever the case may be, and our feelings were very validated. We all been there. I hope what I'm saying is not sounding contradicting or anything. I really do want to get the point across that everybody's feelings should be taken seriously. It doesn't matter if you think it's that serious. I could have a conversation with someone and they could be telling me that their world is upside down. They are going through the absolute most. They're at their breaking point. And then I'm sitting there looking like, well, it don't sound that bad. It don't seem that serious. So what you could just do is this. I basically just told them that whatever they feeling it's irrelevant. It's stupid. It's stupid. It's why? Get over it. It's not that deep. I've dealt with situations that's more intense than that. Oh, nigga, you went through this, but I went through that. Like, imagine I went through that. We do that. My camera cut off, so I don't know. I don't even know what that is. But I'm going to say this, so I don't end up making this video like terribly long. So let me know if y'all want me to still touch on this again in another video. But I will close. You ever been to church and the pastor's always like, I won't be before you long. And I'm gonna close with this. But no, seriously, that's why I didn't really pick sides, and I had to tell myself not to get out here, and I had to like delete memes and all kinds of stuff because I was getting really heavily into it. And I'm gonna be honest, I ended up seeing pictures of these men's faces and I felt some type of way. Imagine how Will feels sitting at home, and I know some of you are like, who gives a damn? He put himself in this position. And imagine Chris sitting at home, and imagine them having this discussion with their families, their kids, all of this stuff. And reading comments like, Jada's for the streets. That's why she dated these thugs. Chris Rock is a punk for not doing X, Y, and Z, and all that stuff. But it just brought me to a point of, and then I was watching this show today where a young girl committed suicide because she broke up with her girlfriend. That's horrible. And her family and everyone felt like she would have moved past it. She could have lived to be with somebody else and this, that, and the other, because it's tragic and a waste of a beautiful life. But when these people are feeling these things that they're feeling, y'all, I don't know if y'all could hear the ice cream truck outside, but when these people are feeling what they're feeling it very intensely and very strongly. So we got to be careful with our disregard and our words and how we handle these situations and how we treat people. And I know the internet doesn't really have a filter with that. We don't really have a lot of us don't care about that stuff, because they're in the public eye. It's there for us to critique and give our several opinions, and all that. It's unfortunate, these situations. But unfortunately, some of these situations end up way more serious tragedies. So we just gotta be careful. And if you are going through something, and you do feel that strongly, intensely about it, obviously, I would recommend that you pray. But I also believe that you should go and talk to somebody who you feel comfortable with. Someone who's gonna take your feelings and everything very seriously. Very seriously. If you have that kind of support And I hope you do. But if you don't, there are others who give a damn. I just want to let you know that. I just want to let you know that. If y'all want me to touch on this again, let me know in another video. And if you like this video, make sure, once again, you hit that like button and share it out. I love you guys, and I'm appreciating being back. I hope I gave enough in this video. I'm telling you, that comment, Jada's for the streets, was something. Can you imagine as a child or your teenagers reading that? Like, my mother's for the streets. My mother only date thugs and can't stand my father. Or Chris Rock sitting there reading how much she's a PUSSY for not, you know, whatever. But you guys, I love y'all as usual. I made this video long enough. I just wanted to say so much more, and I was just trying to get it in, and I hope some of this made sense to you. You know what I'm saying? Hit that like button, hit that subscribe, and I will catch y'all in my next video. I love you, babies. Bye.